Mr. Clark, and today's news is our cousin just passed away. We have lost a family member in our cousin. His name is Bernard McAuliffe Jr. He passed away today, and we're sending our condolences to him. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. Today we have an article that just released on the internet for the mass public. It's an article by Newsbreak, the Newsbreak app. I don't know if you guys have Newsbreak, but they came out with a wonderful story on what we're doing within the movement and not the moment. So I'm going to read a little bit of that story to you guys. And this is a special edition of Stephon Clark Sunday. We are also open to the public as well every day. Just contact us in the email at IAMSACfoundation@gmail.com, or you can go to www.IAMSACfoundation, or you can go to www.IAMSACevents.org and become a member of the movement and not the moment. And I'm so happy that we got this interview out the way with newsbreak.com. They did an amazing story. So we're going to read a little bit of this. And what it starts off with is, it says, Stevante Clark is the founder of the IAMSAC Foundation, which is dedicated to the ongoing life and legacy of Stephon Clark, providing a network of resources, education, and to empower Sacramento's underrepresented, underdeveloped, and underfunded communities, and at-risk communities, and high-risk communities. Stephon Clark was killed by Sacramento police in March of 2018. Cops mistaken his cell phone for a gun. Clark, who they're talking about, is dedicated to the legacy of his brother and been working to remodel Stephon's house, a center that brings community and community together. It also brings community and at-risk community together as well, because not all community are at risk. This center that I created is a community for the life and legacy of Stephon Clark, so that his name lives on in a positive light for generations and generations and generations, long after you and I have left this earth. If you look behind me, we have books, because we have over 10,000 books here. We still need help on where to store these books, but we have over 10,000 books here right now inside of Stephon's house. We plan on doing a re-release and a re-grand opening in October, but look out for more details when it comes on doing that. The views shared by Stevante Clark are mine and mine alone. My views do not represent the IAMSAC Foundation. My views do not represent the IAMSAC Foundation. I want to say that very clearly and very frank. One more time. My views do not represent the IAMSAC Foundation. Okay, so Clark has actionable items, I'm Clark, and he calls them the SAC 6. And he believes that these are crucial following the protests that follow the murder of George Floyd and the new civil rights movement. And then Newsbreak goes on elaborating on my actionable items. A lot of people have been saying, did you mean to say actionable? Why would I have actionable items? I don't have any actionable items. I'm not having an auction. Read the article. Actionable items. Because people protest so much, and then you ask them what they're doing after the protest, they have no answers. They say go home. They say take a rest, take a break, take a nap, play video games or something. What are your actionable items? So number one, as you all know, bridge the gap. Bridge the gap. We must bridge the gap between law enforcement and at-risk communities. Clark said, before we bridge the gap between law enforcement and at-risk communities, we must bridge the gap between communities and community. We cannot expect, we as a people, to expect police to quit killing us when we are still killing one another. And that was big on my agenda from day one. Starting our own de-escalation tactical teams, starting our own restoration teams, coming up with our own actionable items. Number two on that list was inform and educate on policy and legislative change. Inform, as you all know, means to get facts. Educate to me, moral, social, or intellectual instruction. I believe that because you look at Stephon Clark law, I've always said that is legacy on paper. Legacy on paper. And we need these types of actionable items. Legacy on paper. Stephon Clark law changes the law. Updated the use of force from reasonable to necessary. Number three, provide resources and healing spaces for those in our community. I've said since day one, give a man a fish, eat for a day, teach a man a fish, eat for a lifetime. Or in our case, give a man a fish, eat for a day, teach him how to use the internet. You'll probably never hear from him again. A huge actionable item is when it pertains to providing those resources and healing spaces. Stephon House is good on resources, but we're not doing nothing if not providing the healing spaces for our people. Okay, very important. Teach me how to fish all you want, but how are you going to deal with my trauma? We're the culturally competent therapists to address the needs, the wants, and concerns in our community. Where are the people that know what it's like living in the ghetto, that know what it's like coming up in red-lined communities, that's know what it's like growing up in food deserts, that's know what it's like to go into schools that are dropout factories made for us to drop out, that know what it's like to live in communities where the mass incarceration is at an all-time high, that knows what it feels like to deal with mental health, that knows what it feels like to not have community sustainability, that knows what it feels like to not have the promotion of an intellectual independence, that knows what it feels like to not have any understanding on what the true meaning of inclusive economic development is. We need items, we need actionable items, because without the actionable items, we have failed not only our people, but ourselves. That's why I said provide resources and healing spaces. No good are the resources if I'm not healed. Money's not real. Number four, which is big and the most important on my list when it comes to actionable items, is to commemorate the life and ongoing legacy of my dear brother, Stephon Clark, so that his name may live on in a positive life for generations and generations long after you and I left this earth. How do we commemorate the life and legacy of Stephon Clark? I believe we do that by commemorating the lives and legacies of Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, so on and so forth, so that their names may never die. And the way we do that is through Justice Tree. Okay? My mother, owned by a Black woman, Justice Tree. You can go buy her cannabis in all the cookie stores and all the lemonade stores in Sacramento and LA as well. We do that by Stephon's House, what I'm sitting in right now. 24-hour resource rec, museum, and library dedicated to ongoing life and legacy of my brother. We commemorate his life and legacy through legislative change. You look at Stephon Clark law, signed by Governor Gavin Newsom. Okay, and this bill has been updated. The use of force policy has been updated in California since 1872. So that's huge. And we also got to look at Stephon Clark Preparatory Middle School. That's an actual item. My brother's middle school will be coming out next fall, 2022. Yeah. My children, if I ever have children one day, I don't know, but if I do have one children, they will go to Stephon Clark College Preparatory Middle School. Okay. Number five is very important. Very, very important, because people think I have all the answers. I do not have all the answers. I don't have few of the answers. I need your help when it comes to providing and receiving recommendations when it pertains to preventing Stephons from ever happening again. We need your help when it comes to preventing Stephons, because if we don't have your help, we cannot make it happen. Literally, we can't. But number six is the most important. Number six is what I started my foundation, everything that I work on, and that's the gospel of love. Love, love, love. John 15:12 says, love each other as I have loved you. And if you skip down to John 15:18, it says, if the world hates you, no, they hated me long before they ever hated you. When it comes to my brother's legacy, Clark said, Clark. I'm reading an article, so it might sound in third person. I'm reading an article that just dropped today by Robert J. Hanson, Newsbreak. So walk with me, don't talk to me, amen. So Clark said he is the voice and vessel for the life and legacy of Stephon Clark, and is not an activist or a community leader. I am not an activist or a community leader. Let me point that out. I did not ask for this. I'm not a Kardashian. I am not out there trying to be. I'm infamous. If I would have known that moment would have changed my life like that, I wouldn't have done it. I didn't ask for this. I hate these shoes that I have to wear. But now that I have these shoes, I'm put in a position to prevent anybody else from putting on these shoes. He is concerned with preserving the legacy of his brother and lifting up the at-risk communities that have been harmed by law enforcement. That is true, but not only law enforcement. Black people have killed more black people than the Ku Klux Klan ever even thought of killing. We killed each other more. And if we keep killing each other, they're going to keep killing us. And if they keep killing us and we keep killing each other as black people, we are going to go extinct as a race, as a human race. There are only 13 million of us, they say, with 40% of the prison population, over 40%, some experts might say, of people that look like you and me. Huh? America is only 5% of the world's population. Yet we have 25% of the world's population in our prison system. 25% of the world's prison system are locked up here in the United States of America. Bill Clinton is responsible, not just Donald Trump. Joe Biden is responsible, not just George Bush. Our fight today is the same as it's always been, and that's jobs and justice. I've been saying that since A. Philip Randolph, and an article speaks on that. The struggle for jobs and economic upward mobility is the same that Dr. Martin Luther King and Asa Philip Randolph fought for. Literally. Black people need to have access to entry-level, good-paying jobs. The only way we should be working at McDonald's in California is if McDonald's is paying at $31 an hour at minimum, starting out. We take up all these security jobs, but security guards don't get paid that much money either. I know a lot of security guards that don't get paid shit. And until we start fighting for black people on all levels, not just some levels, then we'll continue getting paid like shit, treated like shit. They won't hear us. And we need to start treating each other with that level of respect, because we need to be able to lead in our own communities. Don't look at me, look at yourself. You cannot lead if you do not read. So you will have to follow. You'll be forced to follow. So in Ohio, I learned concrete, welding, and bricklaying. If I could do it so quickly, I know our youth can. I believe in the promotion of trade, industrial, and labor jobs to help our kids fish. Industrial, trade, and labor jobs. I believe those are very vital to the success of our people. Stephon Clark Preparatory Middle School will be opening in the fall of 2022. We've already announced it. We'd like to thank Margaret Fortune and the Fortune Schools for standing behind us and our family when it comes to these hard times. Margaret Fortune have always been behind the Clark family. She's responsible for the Stephon Clark Playground. She's also responsible for Stephon Clark Middle School, and we love her unconditionally. Yes, we do. Clark said the Fortune schools are usually named after living icons, and this is the first charter that was named after someone that is not living. Clark thinks that educators need to be able to relate to students and have a better understanding of what they go through and what would happen by having educators that are from the same community. I've said this because the professors who graduated from Howard University and all of these HBCUs in America need to come back to their communities and build. College institutions and preparatory middle schools. Because what point of it is you're going out there, you're getting these great degrees, you're getting all this money just to live in communities that don't even want you living there. I meet some of the smartest and the most greatest intellects in the country, Black people. And they go to these schools and they graduate and they don't go nowhere near their community. They go on and live in a gated community when the people inside the gated community don't even want their Black asses there. And they wonder why they get treated so negatively. Are people with these that went to these HBCUs, they got all these degrees, they even went to Harvard and Yale. We need them to come back and teach critical race theory, to teach robotics and STEAM education. They need to be part of our curriculum of Black Americans to have upward mobility and thrive in America. Black people got to get our own shit together before we expect them to help us get the nations as a whole. The legacy of his brother's life and memory is important to Stevante. He says justice will be still having his brother. Accountability and justice are two different things, Clark said. Clark said that he has seen no significant changes to the police department since his brother's death, but that he sees changes slowly happening. Slow progress is better than no progress. Huh? Slow progress is better than no progress. Accountability and justice are two different things. That's why I said justice will be me having my brother back. He acknowledges that Sacramento Police Chief Daniel Hahn has it difficult being Black and in law enforcement. I love the chief, Clark said, but he has failed as a Black man and as a man of the movement by not prosecuting the officers that killed my brother. Period. Period. Dot. He has failed, and he has failed, and he has failed time and time again until he does what's right. According to Clark, the officers that killed Stephon are still with the department, but that slow progress is better than no progress. The chief should have fired those officers, Clark said, because if you don't know the difference between a gun and a cell phone, you shouldn't have a badge. Now, if I work for the law enforcement, if I'm a sheriff and I don't know the difference between a cell phone and a gun, I should be held accountable. I'm not saying that I will be, but I should be. When you look at my brother's situation, one of the officers who murdered my brother were Black. Look like you and me. What I'm saying to you is all skin folk ain't kinfolk. The chief should have done what's right. The chief did not do what's right. For that, our beloved chief needs to be held accountable. And if you believe, if anybody is on the side of the chief on this, when it says, well, he couldn't do what he had to do, they were afraid for it. You need to go somewhere because you sound stupid, meaning you know better with your stupid ass. Your stupid ass know better. You know, I don't want to say, well, what if it was your brother? I don't want to do that. That's foul. I don't want to do that. But damn it, what if it was your brother? Huh? Huh? Would you care about the politics? Would you care about the semantics? Would you care about the theatrics? Would you care about any of that shit? If it was your brother's blood that was in the backyard of your grandmother's till this day, would you be thinking like that. And I love a lot of people. You know, I even love our dear brother, Jay King. Jay King has been a good helper of the movement, good sponsor of the movement, you know. And I was on his radio show one time, and you know, he asked me about the DA, and me and him will have to agree to disagree without being disagreeable when it comes to her as well. Crooked ass Carol Ann Marie Baskin Schubert, your ass need to be held accountable as well. I ain't forgot about you. And I've heard so many things about me, so I don't care. You guys can say whatever you want about me. I don't care. You can't cancel me. I'm not none of these rappers or ball players. You can't cancel me. I'm not out here for y'all. I'm out here for the families, for the life and legacy of Stephon. You think I came in the game canceled? When I arrived on the scene, I arrived canceled. They said, I'm 50, I'm this, I'm that, I'm crazy, I'm the blah. Look at you and look at me. Not in no disrespectful terms or nothing. I've never done any drug in my life. I've never sold out or compromised or sold my brother's name or took any blood money or make any crooked deals. Or I've always been 100% at me and who I am, 1,000. As a matter of fact, I'll say 10K at who I am and what I've been. It's y'all fake asses I got to worry about. All you motherfuckers watching. Smile in your face, then stab you in your back later. Disloyal, not with the movement, but with the moment. That's what I'm worried about. You see? That's what affects my motherfucking mental health and shit. Excuse my French. I know it's Sunday. Ain't supposed to be no cussing on this Sunday. But if you got kids around, get them little motherfuckers somewhere else. Because right now, this is actionable items. This is for the people who are willing to die for what they believe in. I'm willing to die for the life and legacy of Stephon Clark. You can't kill me. I don't give a damn. I've endured it all. I fought the system and lived through it. And I'm still fighting the system and living through it. I'm not afraid of nothing. No fear. Bruce Lee says that. He says no fear. And until we as the people get to that mindset of no fear, they will continue to kill our people. Black people. I love my people. Man, don't nobody love black people more than Stevante Clark and the Clark family. I tell you, I love my people in a way where I'm willing to come up with actionable items on what's moving forward after the protests. I don't want to talk to y'all about the next event. The hell with the next event. I don't care about the baby in his comments. I don't care about who Jennifer Lopez is dating. I don't give a damn about Joe Biden's new anti-Asian bill or whatever. I give a damn about goddamn us, our people getting our reparations because our people have worked 310 years of free labor in this white man's heaven, which is the black man's hell, and we have not been repaired. We have not got our reparations. We have not got our due diligence when it comes to justice. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about the community. If I ever decide to have children, what kind of world are my children going to live in? Because I'm sick of the school shootings. I'm sick of the community violence. I'm sick of police killing our loved ones. Police kill our loved ones an average every 3 days. So they kill our loved ones. They kill about 1,000 people every year. And Mexican people, brown people being the highest of that. I'm sick of it. And if I got to come on here every Sunday and rant and rave and holler and scream and tell y'all my actionable items, damn it, I will. And if you don't like it, block me, unfollow me, delete me. Bye. We are here for solidarity and organization. I don't need your solidarity if you're not willing to organize to prevent Stephon's from happening again. Otherwise, get the hell away from me because you're wasting my damn time. You just want to raise money for a weekend. I don't need your ass around me. I don't need that broke ass energy around me. And when I say broke, I'm not talking about just money and financial monetary status or statue. I'm talking about broken in spirit, broken in morals, broken in goals, broken in being the best of who you're supposed to be. Keep your broke ass away from me, because I don't need none of that broke ass shit around my energy, my aura. I need richness. Rich in spirit, rich in love, rich in loyalty, rich in passion, rich in honor. I need that rich in respect. I need that rich shit in my peripheral, in my circumference area. Because without it, we have nothing in common. I used to say when I was a rapper, broke ass, can't teach me nothing. And the broke ass, can't touch me nowhere. And when I said they thought I was talking about broken money and rich and money and all that. No, I was talking about broken in what you want, rich in what you deserve. What do you want out of your life? Like, honestly. Can't no woman do that for you. Can't no drug do that for you. Can't no party do that for you. Can't no friend do that for you. Can't no pussy or no dick do that for you. Excuse my French, but none of that could do that for you. Sex cannot do that for you. And none of the views represent the IAMSAC Foundation. None of the views spoken by Stevante Clark represent the foundation. I am just the founder. But what I'm telling you guys is that the only thing that could do that for you is God and you yourself. You got to believe in you enough. God created something called free will. You have to believe in you. You have to believe in our people, because otherwise you will bring in a generation of children here who are not equipped with the tools to lay down a foundation. I was asleep until my brother went to sleep. And then once they put my brother to sleep for good, I was forced to wake up. And I would hate for anybody watching to have to experience that. Okay? This is why I'm talking about actionable items all the time. The changes to the use of force policy and changes to the foot pursuit policy and changes to body cam policies are examples of slow progress, but progress nonetheless, according to Clark. The city of Sacramento killed Stephon, and the chief is a public official and needs to be held accountable, Clark said. Clark said the gap between law enforcement and at-risk communities cannot happen until the gap between community and community is repaired. We cannot, as people, expect police to quit killing us if we continue to kill each other, Clark said. To get involved, go to IAMSACfoundation.com. I believe in working like a captain and playing like a pirate. Okay? The hard work, though, not just any work, the hard work, smart work. With the hard work and the smart work, you cannot fail. Whatever you do in life, if you got your notebook out, take these notes. Whatever you do in life, create a steps and a plan and agenda, okay? An agenda, a framework, and a plot, a set, an agenda, a list of items. Make that agenda of yours. And then once you create the agenda that you want to create, then fill in the actionable items that it will need to create that agenda, the outer layer of that. That's why we say the mission is to achieve the vision. You cannot achieve the vision if you don't know what the mission is to. If you don't know your objective, how can you achieve the vision if you don't know your objective? If you don't know your mission? Go to IAMSACfoundation@gmail.com. Send me a message and we could come together with actionable items. I'm tired. I'm not going to lie to you. I lost a family member today. We lose people in the movement every day. And I'm just tired. My heart is hurting every day. My heart hurts for all these mothers that are constantly burying their children. We deal with mothers and fathers and siblings like ourselves who have to bury their children. Like their children. And I come on here every Sunday and beg people to quit killing our children. Now, I ain't shit. I can admit that. I'm not the perfect person, but I ain't never killed nobody. Everybody love everybody. I love black people. But damn it, black people, we gotta love ourselves. We are the most influential people in the United States of America. I gotta wrap it up because my time is up. I'm gonna use my 15 minutes that I got. Damn it, because I got something to say. I got something to say. I want everybody to know watching that if you're not part, like my mother always says, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. My mother is the CEO of our foundation. My mother, Stephon Clark, has buried not only one child, but 2 children, 3 children she has buried. I have lost 2 brothers and a sister. And the events are nice. The merchandise is nice. Everything's so nice. But when are we going to start our de-escalation tactical teams? When are we going to say, okay, instead of calling the cops, call 811, Clark family, whatever. They send the OGs or whatever, the people that's respecting the community comes and check on our people. Instead of having the police involved, if we can't solve the issue, we bring somebody else who can solve it, not us. But if we can solve it, if it's a domestic violence dispute, instead of calling the police to come kill your baby's daddy, or come kill your baby mama, you call our de-escalation tactical team. He tripping, she tripping. We pick them up, bring them to Stephan's house where they can get culturally competent therapists, sit their ass down, calm down, high on drugs, let them detox, instead of throwing them in a goddamn jail hell concentration camp where the food tastes like shit, where you got to get worried about your well-being, where you get treated like shit. They're going to kill all of us. I don't think y'all get it. And it's like slavery. It's just like slavery. You see, back in those days, the golden ages, what would happen was the slaves would grow up to be big and strong and old. Then the slaves would die. Dead, no longer. After that, you know who would take their places? The kids. The kids will take the places of their mama and pop to carry that tradition of slavery. If we don't get our shit together, black people, if we keep focusing on Cardi B and motherfucking Blueface, I don't even know, you know what I mean? But if we keep focusing on all this stupid madness, we are going to go extinct and our kids are going to think it's okay. Because instead of building the village, instead of building our people, instead of thinking about our economic justice, when you look at the Arabs and the Asians and the Mexicans and anybody else, their community got together as a unit. They out here getting money. You see little Chinatown, little Haiti town, little Ethiopia town, little Mexican town, little white town. But where's the little black town? It ain't going to happen because y'all killing each other. I spit a little bit. I'm sorry if that spit got on you. Wipe it off a little bit. It's anointed spit. Rub it on. Rub it in, actually. But y'all gotta listen to me. Actually, you ain't gotta listen to me. Keep killing your people and see where that gets you. Keep down talking your people, because while y'all was busy clowning Stevante Clark for being crazy and grieving the death of his brother, they was out there killing niggas every day. Huh? They was out there killing niggas. While y'all was talking and shit, they was out there killing niggas. Y'all don't want to tune in nothing that's actionable items because you rather tune in and seeing black people fight other black people. Black people go out there and juck it and jive for these corporations and these white people and these goddamn people that have never gave a damn about us in the first place. You rather go watch that shit than go out here and love your brother, support your brother, go out there without asking for a discount. Support black businesses without asking for discounts. Can we say that? Now, I'm not the smartest person out there, but I ain't the dumbest either. I'll tell you that for sure. I ain't the stupidest either. I come here week in, week on out, and I make sure I'm coming to you guys with the promotion of community sustainability, a promotion of intellectual independence, and the promotion of inclusive economic development in a way to sustain our people for the movement and not the moment. I'm coming to you guys with what I know, not what I think. Talk what you know, not what you think. The reason you sound so stupid is because you're talking what you think and not what you know. Opinions are like assholes. We all have them. We don't give a damn about your opinion. Shut up. Give me the facts. Inform me. Give me the facts. Don't just give me your shit that you believe off the side of your head, because obviously that ain't got you nowhere, because if it got you somewhere, I would. Come on now. I wouldn't even be sitting here wasting my time on addressing it. I got about 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes is all I have. And for the next 10 minutes, I just want to let you all know that the word of the year and the next year and the year after that and the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years, the words will be actionable items. I'm sick of talking about it. But I don't know what else to talk about, because black people are dying. My people are dying. Our people are dying. And we're seeming to be more desensitized. We're seeming not to care a lot less. I want us together as a unit. I want us together as a people. I want us to see that killing your brother, attacking your brother, hating your brother, not loving your brother is detrimental to the success and the well-being of our people. And I get it. These conversations are not popular. Nobody wants to sit and hear anybody talk about community sustainability or inclusive economic development or promotion of intellectual independence or black people owning small businesses, because that's the only thing that's going to get us out of this predicament that we're in. The fight since A. Philip Randolph's Jobs and Justice, the March on Washington, Jobs on Justice, the 20th anniversary March on Washington, Jobs and Justice, the 2020 March on Washington, Jobs and Justice, the Million Man March by Farrakhan, Jobs and Justice. God damn it, the fight has been jobs and justice so long. God damn it, I'm starting to wonder if we ever going to get it. We don't just want jobs. And we don't want no half justice either, because half justice is no justice at all. We've lost people in this. I've lost minds in this. That's why I always say this is bigger than your geographical locale. This is bigger than color. This is bigger than politics. This is bigger than what fraternity you're in. so much bigger than them. And if we as the people don't wake up, they're going to kill us all. And I hate to be the one to do this. Like I said, I hate this. I literally hate this. I hate coming up here and telling you guys if we don't get our shit together, they're going to kill us all. I hate to say that like every week. I hate to preach the same message. Actionable items. I'm tired of saying actionable items. Am I going to stop? No. For why? Until y'all look, if y'all can come up with better actionable items in mind when it comes to sustainability of our people, then I will stop. And if you are acting on those actionable items, then I would really stop. I will shut up. I promise you, if I see us coming together. But until you come up with a way to bridge the gap, and what I believe is to bridge the gap first through community dialogue. I believe until we have the dialogue, we can't have the gap, the conversation. We can't even start to bridge that gap because we haven't had dialogue. Until you're ready to inform and educate on policy and legislative change. Until you're ready to provide resources and healing spaces for those in our community. Until you're ready to commemorate the life and legacy of whoever you lost in a positive light. Because I'm commemorating life and legacy of mine. And I guarantee you, Stephon will not just be another t-shirt. Stephon will not be another hashtag. The name of my brother is going to live on for generations after I and you have left this earth. Your kids will know the name of my brother, Stephon Clark. And I can guarantee you that. You mark my words on that one. Stephon will never be no hashtag. A lot of people, look, I'll tell you this, you can talk about me all you want, but I fight for my brother hard. I fight for mine. For matter of fact, I'll go a step further and say, I fight for my brother harder than a lot of you people fight for your own. I fight for my brother. And I hate people say, well, cops would have killed my brother, I would have did this. The cops would have killed my brother. Shut up. Shut the hell up. You sound stupid. If the cops killed my brother, I would have. If the cops did, I would have. Shut the hell up. With your stupid ass. You wouldn't have did shit. But do the same thing you're doing now. No brother in the history of history have been known to fight for their brother the way Stevante Clark fights for his. And if you say there has been, you're lying. Because I did it strategic. It might look crazy, but when you're paying the price, it looks crazy sometimes. I can admit. But don't get mad at me for the way I fight. Be upset with the fact that your loved ones won't fight for you the way that I fight for my brother. A lot of you people's kids won't fight for you the way I fight for mine. A lot of your brothers and sisters won't fight the way I fight for mine because I was called to this fight. This is bigger than just Stephon Clark. This is George Floyd. This is Ahmaud Arbery. This is Breonna Taylor. This is Sandra Bland. This is Tamir Rice. This is Khalif Browder. This is Marshall Miles. This is Antonio Thomas. Gabriela Navarez. Azalea Anderson. This is for Soraya Jade Redmond. Emmett Till. Malcolm X. Dick Gregory. James Baldwin, Stephon Clark, our ancestors, our forefathers. This is for all those who paved the way for me to be where I am today. There's a difference between pain and mental illness. I'm still in pain. I'm still grieving the death of my brother. I'm still hurting. But what I will not allow is for a bunch of people that ain't never stood for shit try to tear me down, pull me apart. I will never allow it. I'm on the side of love and justice and true accountability. What we are not going to do is sit around and act like this shit ain't real. We're not going to sit here and act like black people ain't killing black people like the modern day Ku Klux Klan. We're not going to sit here and act like black kids ain't getting shot in the middle of the streets. I'm not going to sit here and act like us killing our own people is not a problem. No, it's a problem. The justice system locking our people up is a problem. The way these cops lock our people up and our people don't fight for each other, we need to go start filling these courtrooms for one another. That's the only way they're going to take us serious. When we're going to start putting our money together as a people. Look, I have the space. I have more than enough resources to try to sit down and set up a roundtable discussion. For a matter of fact, I am going to do that. I want to set up a roundtable discussion. We did the Stephon Clark State of the City address. Now, I think it's ready to do the Stephon Clark State of the Union address. Or the Stephon Clark roundtable on the Black agenda address. Because I am so sick of our people not coming together when it pertains to actionable items. Y'all want to come together and share some videos. Y'all want to talk about DaBaby and all these other Hollywood people that don't give a fuck about y'all. Instead of coming together with your brother and sister and loving and uniting and spreading the gospel of love and making sure our people go to the right schools and have the right grocers, have the right farmers markets, have the right tools. And when it comes to labor, trade, and industrial programs, instead of that, you want to tear your brother down. You want to hurt your brother. You want to try to knock your brother down. You want to talk bad about your brother. You want to put your brother in a position that you were in because of the way you feel, because you think that you so-called made it. No, you crazy as hell. Is you want to put your brother there when the oppressor has been putting us through that for generations and generations and generations. How are we going to get together for the oppressor if we're still worrying on our brother? I don't give a damn about your Rams. I don't give a damn about your VVS's, your gold chains, your little bracelets and watches and shit, because you look stupid. You can't take the shit with you. You can't take the shit with you. Black people, you can't take the shit with you. Can't take the shit with you, black people. Materialism and individualism will be the downfall of our people if we don't get together. Materialism and individualism will kill us all. It's 7 o'clock. My hour is up. I love everybody. I do. I love everybody. Don't nobody love the people more than me. But damn it, wake up. Number one is bridge the gap between law enforcement and at-risk communities. Number two is inform and educate on policy and legislative change. Number three is provide resources and healing spaces for those in need in our community. Number four is to commemorate the life and ongoing legacy of Stephon Clark in a positive light. Number five is to receive recommendations from you, the people, how to prevent Stephons from ever happening again. And number six, John 15:12 says, love each other as I have loved you. Skip down to John 15:18. It says, if the world hates you for it, no, they hated me long before they ever hated you. That's everybody love everybody. If we want to sustain as a people, we must focus on community sustainability, promotion of intellectual independence, and of course, inclusive economic development. We have to grow our small black businesses into large black businesses. We have to grow our foundations and corporations to something that can feed our people, not for just tomorrow, not for a few decades, but for centuries and generations, long, long, long after you and I have left this earth. I decree it, declare it, pronounce it, announce it, receive now. I'm Stevante Clark. Thank you for joining me for a special conversation with Mr. Clark on Stephon Clark Sunday. Go to IAMSACfoundation.com to become a part of the movement and not the moment. Go to IAMSACevents.org. You can find us at IAMSACfoundation@gmail.com. Much love to Mama Clark, our CEO. Much love to my grandmother. Rest in peace, my cousin Bernard McAuliffe. We love you. We miss you. Your life and legacy will live on for generations and 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 generations, long, long, long after you and I have left this earth. I decree it. I declare it. I pronounce it. And I announce it. Receive now. I love you all. Got to go. I love you all. I got to get out of here. Back to South Sacramento. I got to go make some moves, pass off some flyers. Remember, we have Stephon Clark's birthday coming up on August 14th. It'll be his 26th birthday. Stephon Clark's 26th birthday. It'll be amazing here at Stephon's house from 6 to 9 p.m. Tickets at the door will be $25. You can get your tickets right now from us for $20. So make sure you come support the movement at the moment. Also, on August 25th from 6:30 to 8:30, we'll be showing Space Jam. So join us for games, music, food, and networking. Everybody love everybody. Thank you all for joining me. Have a good evening. It's 7 o'clock. Go out there.